Chairman Barnhart and members of the committee, for the record, my name is Jerry Wilks. I'm the Executive Director of the Oregon Connections Academy. And I've spent 40 years in the public school system as a superintendent, principal, or teacher. And other than the last 2 years, that time was in a traditional brick and mortar setting. But I can tell you that I have had to completely rethink how education can work now that I've been part of this incredible virtual school that serves over 3,000 students in Oregon in grades K through 12. Just as I did not understand virtual schooling when I first arrived at ORCA, there are many involved in this debate who are confused about us, and I need to debunk a few myths. First, some have said ORCA is just a way to get public money to homeschoolers. And I think Gary Temple mentioned this in his testimony. In actuality, the number of students who previously were homeschooled before coming into ORCA is 23% of our enrollment. And even if it were higher, these are Oregon taxpayers who have elected to attend a public school. Anyone who spent any time at all in looking at our program would know in an instant that this is not homeschooling in any fashion. ORCA is a public school. Second, some have said ORCA is not transparent. In fact, ORCA submits monthly detailed financial statements, enrollment reports, operational reports, and meets every form of regulatory requirement that has been defined by legislation and the Department of Education. Our independent nonprofit board, its independent auditors, its district sponsor, and the third-party evaluator they engage in each year, since ORCA's inception, have reviewed our expenditures and our operations in detail. We are in full compliance with all regulatory requirements. The truth is the matter, in my experience, is we have been scrutinized more than any other public school, not only in Oregon, from other states and other schools that I've been associated with. Third, some wonder if we're accountable. All of our students take OAKS standardized tests under the same requirement as every other public school student in the state of Oregon. The 2009 results I'm going to give you are not yet public, but they're preliminary. We just got those on June 9th. But I can report that we will make AYP this year on all measures. And I want you to listen to these scores. For reading, third grade, 87%. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh grade, all 89%. Seventh grade, 86%, and eighth grade, 83%. To put these scores in perspective, every grade would exceed, and in some cases, in a large measure, the statewide scores for last year. Many of our students come to us well behind in math after years in the public system. Yet, even in math, we continue to improve each year, and we expect these results will exceed the state. Third grade, 77, fourth grade, 78, fifth grade, 80%, sixth grade, 79%, eighth grade, 76%. In grade 10, where our students have been the longest in the public school system, we continue to struggle, but our reading score of 75% will likely exceed state again this year. And our math score of just under 50% will be close to last year's state score. And for us, representing 25%, let me repeat that, 25% improvement from the prior year. Every year our academic results continue to get better, even though 50% of our students on the same measure that is used by every other public school are low income and would qualify for free and reduced lunch. That's why I urgently...
I'm sorry, would you repeat that percentage?
You bet, be happy to. Every year our academic results keep getting better, even though 50% of our students are on the same measure that is used by every other public school on free and reduced lunch. That's why I urgently need to speak with you about Senate Bill 767. Section 13C of Senate Bill 767 has passed by the Senate, says that it applies to all public charter schools operating in the state immediately unless they comply with the 50% requirement or were granted a waiver. Neither of which we can do because the number of students we have enrolled in the state board's failure to grant us a waiver before the date that passed months ago, that is specific bill. I want to be real clear here in about what the issue is here today. Doing what's right, and I've been in this a long time, and my passion is children. in doing what's right for several thousand of Oregon's own public school students. Every child at ORCA is a public school student, attending a school they have chosen to meet specific learning needs that produces good academic results for them. I have come here this morning to speak for those children. The children who have food allergies and cannot, for medical reasons, attend a traditional public school. For children who have life-threatening diseases and are confined to a hospital bed and cannot attend a traditional public school. I'm here to speak for the children who have been bullied in their neighborhood schools and are afraid to go back. I speak for the children in rural Oregon who, because of long distances, cannot attend a traditional public school without spending hours on a bus. I am truly shocked at the total lack of compassion that proponents of Senate Bill 767 shows for these thousands of hard-pressed Oregon families, your neighbors, your constituents, who just want the best public school for their kids. Who will speak for the Oregon children? I am here to speak for them, because I feel that all the politics, rules, debates, and special interests that have been demonstrated throughout this legislative session with Senate Bill 767, you have forgotten about the children we serve, their outstanding academic achievements, and why their parents feel so strongly about freedom of choice in the state of Oregon. Next Saturday, and this is my closing remark, next Saturday, June 20th, just down the street at the Salem Conference Center, we will graduate 50 seniors, our first graduating class from ORCA, the class of 2009. This will be a joyous and exciting day for students, parents, and staff in our school. Many of them have been accepted in some of the most prestigious colleges and universities around the country because these institutions respect our accredited, highly quality program. As a lifelong public school teacher and administrator, I ask you to show me and my 72 hardworking teachers, and most importantly, the parents and teachers of ORCA, that you do believe that they come first. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you.